For the last few decades, China has been the center of global supply chains and has established itself as the world's factory. But the US-China trade war and COVID-19 pandemic have necessitated the companies to reduce their dependency on China and de-risk their supply chain. This trend is being called as China Plus One strategy. Mr. Smith is the CEO of a conglomerate dependent on China to source most of its intermediate resources and components. Mr. Smith wants to discuss the provisions of reducing the dependency on China with Mr. Mark, a consultant by profession.
Welcome to Force Edu, a place where all business and supply chain enthusiasts come for a weekly dose of knowledge. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, you're missing out on value-adding content.
Hey Mark, during the pandemic, many of our businesses experienced longer lead times for China sourced components, which led to production delays. The US-China trade war has added to our woes. Do you think we should seek for other opportunities now?
Many companies have been contemplating diversifying their dependence on China, and this is being called as China Plus One strategy. Many MNCs have added new operations in their developing Asian countries like India, Vietnam, and Thailand. So, yes, one of the viable ways to reduce dependency on China is this.
Our conglomerate operates in businesses ranging from telecom equipment and mobile to metals and agricultural produce. How can we diversify our supply chains?
Products that require complex capital goods and technology innovations can be sourced from alternative suppliers in short term, while the long-term strategy could be to develop indigenous competencies. The primary technology products can see a stoppage of imports from China immediately or in the next 6 months. MSMEs and other large firms can be encouraged to produce them indigenously.
This could be a viable strategy for our business. Thanks for the insight, Mark.
But China Plus One strategy is easier said than done. In 2019, the Japanese video game producer Nintendo had shifted its manufacturing to Vietnam. It wasn't a smooth ride for Nintendo as they had to face supply chain inefficiency in procuring components. Mr. Smith is worried if only shifting the operations would suffice.
Mark, do you reckon any other factors that should be adopted in addition to shifting operations?
Yes, the nations into which the companies are shifting their operations would have to ensure that they build infrastructure quickly to accommodate all firms. If they fail to do so, the China Plus One trend would not be sustainable for the businesses.
Government policies also play a significant role in the efficient functioning of a business. What changes can be adopted by the governments to attract companies from China?
Many governments have recognized the risk that a dependency on China poses to their national industries. Japan, for example, has offered incentives to the manufacturers to exit China. Thailand has also streamlined the process of obtaining construction permits and has made strides to improve the ease of doing business. India has been following the suit as well.
I have had a healthy discussion with you, Mark. I would keep all these points in mind while preparing strategies to reduce our dependency on China. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Do let me know if you have any other queries.
Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and India have received vast amounts of foreign direct investments in due course. Developing of a robust supply chain network in these countries can make China Plus One strategy a success. While we bid adieu, could you name the US technology giant who, in February 2020, was the first global company to inform the investors that it would miss the Q1 revenue projections due to supply chain shortages? Comment the name of the company below.
And you guys out there, thank you for watching this video. To know more about China's operational strategies and supply chain efficiency, stay tuned to our channel Force Edu and watch out for our next video.